can amuse and fascinate us all, but it is engineering that changes the world. And I sincerely do agree with that statement. I mean, look closer to you, but specifically to encourage the study of engineering amongst our young ones. My name is Miriam Usman. It is media handles. We are on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and on Facebook as OGTV. Of course, you can call in and just maybe you would stand a chance to win a prize courtesy of our sponsor, Prince YMC Shillon, Engineer YMC Shillon, FNSC. It is going to be an interesting one, like I said, but just before we proceed, let me give you the question for the day. The question for the day goes thus. A Cooper cube weighs 0.25 knots in air. A Cooper cube weighs 0.25 knots in air. 0.17 N when completely immersed in paraffin oil, and 0 oil to off-birth in water is what? That's the question displayed on the screen. If you know the answer, please call us by our phone line, and you can reach us also through our social media handles. That's the question. Now, we'll go on this break, after which our guest, which is of course ready for us today, will address us on the topic of conversation. Please stay with us. Alright, welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. You're still watching Engineering and you on OGTV. Yes, our question and our topic of conversation on the program today is engineering, the study of engineering beyond boundaries, beyond barriers. I know there are a lot of barriers in everything we do, and that includes engineering. Well, I'm not just alone on the program today. I have our guest standing by, joining us on Zoom, Engineer Seun Adewi. Welcome to the program, Engineer. Engineer, are you there? Okay, so I think we're just going to proceed, and he'll join us shortly. Possibly technical engagement is taking him away, but he will be joining us shortly on Zoom. Now, like I said before, life has a lot of challenges, which means that engineering is also not exempted with these barriers and challenges. What are those possible barriers you can think of when it comes to engineering? I know quite a few, and I'm just going to start. I would start by saying I'm a lady, so if we're talking about engineering and a lady is talking to engineering right now to you, the first thing that comes to your mind is there is also a challenge that comes to study of engineering from the gender perspective. Now, we know over the years, and history has it, that engineering is a sector or an industry that is majorly occupied by the male individuals. But over the years, with a lot of awareness, awareness on you can do it, women can do it, we've also had increasing numbers of ladies in the engineering sector. But even at that, we still have like a little margin, of this ratio of women in the sector. Now, when we talk of beyond barriers, what is it and what are we talking about? Beyond these barriers, beyond these limitations in engineering, there are things that comes out of it. So remember when I introduced the program, I said science can fascinate and amuse us, but it is engineering that changes the world. Now, if you need to be a world changer, you need to go beyond the barriers, because beyond the barriers is where lies the award, is where lies the accolades. Now, I'm still going to wait for our guest to join us on the program, but before he joins us, please, let's go on this break. Welcome back. You are still watching Engineering and You. We have Engineer Sean Adewi with us. And Engineer, we can hear you now. Please go ahead.
All right, thank you very much once again.
Thank you for joining us.
Like I said earlier, engineering is branch of science and technology. Engineering can be defined as art of applying science and mathematics to solve problems. And also we can say engineering is bringing dream into reality. You conceive an idea, the idea does not stay in your head, it doesn't stay in your heart. You bring it out, you manufacture, you solve, or it's so obvious that it solves humanity's problem. So it brings dream into reality. Also, engineering could be defined as the creative application of science, mathematical methods, and empirical evidence to the innovation, design, construction, and maintenance. Those are the concepts or definitions of engineering. Most importantly is the application of science and mathematics to solve humanity problem. There is a problem on ground, we apply science, we apply mathematics to solve most of these problems. That is engineering for you. Now, what are the categories of engineering? Broadly speaking, we have 4 categories of engineering, but over the years, engineering had actually evolved to have more than 4. Today, we can talk about 15 to 16 kinds of engineering courses that we have in the world. But basically, we have 4 categories of engineering: chemical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, and mechanical engineering. But beyond these 4 broad categories, we also have the sub-categories: industrial engineering, mechatronics engineering, marine engineering, software engineering, aeronautical engineering or aerospace. We have industrial, we have structural, we have nuclear, we have environmental, we have computer engineering, and so on and so forth. About 15 or 16 categories of engineering. Now, why are we talking about engineering? Why engineering? Engineering is an entrepreneurial hands-on opportunities. For anybody that wants to start being an engineer, it's more of having a kind of creative mentality or creative ideas. And it's more of an entrepreneurial hands-on, it creates entrepreneurial hands-on opportunities. As an engineer, you don't sit down in the laboratory. You have to look at what you are doing. You kind of phantom what you want, and you create what you want. So, and you have to have a creative mind. You have to have a creative mind. Why do we need to study engineering? Or who can study engineering? I'm trying to rush through my slide. I have a lot of slides, a lot of points here, but because of time, I will quickly rush through. Who can do engineering? Who can study engineering? Engineering is no gender bias. Unfortunately, in our schools today, we have male gender doing engineering than female gender. But I remember when I was in the university, we have female gender in electrical electronics engineering. That's telecoms option that I read in school. Also in mechanical engineering, we discovered that the ratio, the proportion of male studying engineering is more than that of female. It shouldn't be. It's not gender bias. We need to break the bias. We need to break the barriers. Now, another thing is that no age restrictions. It's so funny that I said no age restriction. Yes, you can study engineering at any age. You can study engineering when you're in the university. Even if your first degree is not engineering, you can also go for engineering if you have passion for engineering. Of course, we have accountants that their first call of study was not accounting, and they are doing well in accounting today. You have people that are engineers and they wrote ICANN. The same thing is engineering. But most importantly, engineering requires skills and mental alertness. It also requires sound health and mind. Let me tell you something. In science and medicine, a doctor can bury their mistake, but our mistake buries us in engineering. I don't know, maybe you get that point. In medicine, doctor can bury their mistakes, but engineering, your mistake buries you. And that is why it requires skills, it requires mental alertness, sound health, and mind. And you need to be knowledgeable in chemistry, in physics, in biology, in algebra, in geometry. We have something we call calculus, we have something we call further mathematics. You need to be mentally. Now, what are the barriers in engineering? We have safety. Safety is a barrier in engineering. Very company, they are not, the reason why most people don't want to go into engineering is because of the risk involved. Then dynamic environment and innovations. Do we have an enabling environment? Is a barrier to studying engineering in Nigeria. Most of the things we practice in Nigeria, we have put political tones into it. because the person is my relative, even if he's not qualified to do the job. We have so many politicians that they don't know anything about construction, but they have construction companies. Even though they say they put people there, but when you get a kind of so the government come with a policy, tomorrow instead of government is
Engineer, we have a caller.
come with their own policy, and before you know what
we have a caller for the Engineer, can you hear me?
But most importantly, the topic today I want to talk about,
John, thank you for joining us.
Is gender bias. Gender bias. Like I said, the proportion of females in engineering profession.
Engineer, can we take this call?
Can you hear me?
We had a caller now, but I think we lost the call, so please proceed. Okay, I think it's back. John, thank you for joining us.
All right, thank you very much. Can I go on now?
Yes, please. I think we lost that call.
All right, so I'm talking about the engineering barriers. Reiterate it. Mexican companies their mistake, or in engineering your mistake, there is you. So you have to be very careful. Safety is a barrier. Dynamic environment and innovation is a barrier. Do we have a living environment? Can we compete with the rest of the world when it comes to engineering? I remember when I told one of my supervisors in school, I said I would like to do my PhD in UK. He told me, if you want to do PhD in social sciences, is okay. You want to do PhD in political science is okay. But want to do PhD in UK, what do you want to tell them about technology and engineering that they don't know? So you need to be very, very sure that you know what you are doing before you go there. So when we don't have an enabling environment, is a barrier to engineering profession in Nigeria. I talk about policy instability. Government is supposed to be continual. A government comes today, another one comes tomorrow, they don't want to continue from where the previous government stopped. So it's a barrier. But what I want to talk about today is the proportion of gender in engineering profession. We have male, where you have about 98, it's between 90 and 98% of male in engineering, and we have the remaining 2% or 10% in as female in engineering. Now, I want to talk about engineering without barriers, girls in ICT. Girls in ICT. ICT is another form of engineering. If you cannot do mechanical engineering, of course in South Africa we know the lady that does very well in repairs of cars and repairs of heavy duty vehicles. That is a lady. We have ladies that are doing well in electrical engineering as well. But more importantly, I want to talk to the ladies or girls out there, secondary school girls or secondary school ladies, that you can do engineering. You can do mechatronics engineering, which is a combination of mechanical and electrical engineering, or you can do ICT. I'm a member of International Telecoms Union, IPTU, where we actually encourage our ladies to do STEM. When we talk about STEM, it's like science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And we, in 2022 and 2021, we talked about equal access, that is accessibility, that every male child and every female child have equal access when it comes to engineering. As a lady, you can do engineering. I'll give you examples of some ladies or girls that are actually doing well in ICT and in engineering as a whole. Then accessibility, gender stereotypes, even in workplace environment, and safety online. These are the things that ITU stands for in ensuring that girls are encouraged to do engineering. I want to give you some examples of women that are, I'm talking about engineering without barriers. I have examples of people that are doing well in ICT, in engineering, in coding, and even in engineering as a whole. We have Megatis Auduru from Kenya. You can browse it online. You can see Bethlehem Dizzy from Ethiopia. They are doing well. And even in Nigeria, we also have examples of them. We have Emmanuel Mayaki. We have Faith Odosi. These are girls doing well in engineering, especially in ICT engineering. We have Kabinachi Kano. She's a lady doing well in engineering. We have Bekiu Zadebola Adebayo doing well in engineering. Adenike Osofison is one of the first female pioneer president of women in information technology, which is an aspect of engineering. Kashfaya Soni and also we have all of them. Now, so how do we get involved in engineering? If you want to go into engineering, you need to ensure, like I said, that you are very good in mathematics and science, your mental health is well grounded, and you show interest in engineering. What are the advantages of studying engineering? There are so many advantages of studying engineering. In fact, in this world of today, Data engineers, they are doing really big time. If you are a data analyst or a data engineer, they are earning more. One of the advantages is that you earn more. Engineering is a profession that is very lucrative, and especially when you find yourself in an enabling environment, you'll be able to cash out your money. I think one of the courses I went recently, we're talking about smart data. Big data, everything you do online is big data. But when you talk about smart data, as you are doing